Good day, everyone! Most especially to all my students of Placida Miquiabas National High School. How are you doing, guys? I hope you are doing great today. This is your teacher, Momshi Ives, saying, stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, stay at home and have fun in answering all of your modules. Now, we are going to answer your post test. So it is now time to evaluate your learning. Choose the letter that corresponds to the correct answer. Write your answers on the activity notebook. Write your answers in your answer sheet. So let's move on to number 1. They are elements existing independently of a main text and intended to enhance readers' experiences with it are known as A. Feature presentations, B. Literary features, C. Superfluous features, D. Text features. The correct answer for number 1 is of course letter D. Text features. Now let's move on to number 2. It is an aid that gives the gist of the story. Of course, the correct answer is letter D, title. Next, we have number 3. The statement that best describes the use for bar graphs. A. They show trends over time. B. They compare things between two groups. C. They are used to track changes over a short period of time. Or D. They are used to track changes over a long period of time. The correct answer for number 3 is letter B, boy. Number 4, these are textual aids that show the central thought with each matching characteristics and can be used to show hierarchical relationships. A. Cause and effect diagram. B. Concept map. C. Graphic organizer. Or D. Venn diagram. The correct answer for number 4 is letter B, concept map. Let's continue. Number 5. What does this road sign represent? A. Rough road ahead. B. School zone ahead. C. Construction zone ahead. Or D. Railroad cruising ahead. Number 5. The correct answer is letter B. School zone ahead. Now let's move on to number 6. They are used in displaying numerical data and presenting summarized information in rows and columns. A. Charts. B. Maps. C. Tables. D. Titles. The correct answer for number 6 is letter C. Tables. Now let's move on to number 7. Which of the following is true about textual aids? A. They are educational instruments used in linear texts. They are educational instruments that summarize a text. C. They are instruments that distract learners' attention on important points. Or D. They are educational instruments written or printed that emphasize essential points, graphs, and images. The correct answer for number 7 is of course letter D. They are educational instruments written or printed that emphasize essential points, graphs, and images. For items 8 to 9, study this sample advertisement and answer the questions below. So you have there, lowest airfare, family plan anywhere, puts flying economically at par with driving your car. Dad pays regular fare, mother receives 50% discount, each child up to 22 years old receives 75% discount. What more? This plan is good for 7 days a week. Angel Airlines, Airmail, Express, Air Freight. So for number 8, the ad offers how many percent of discount to fathers? Of course, the correct answer for number 8 is letter A, 0%. It doesn't talk about dad's discount. Next, let's move on to number 9. At what age does children receive 75% discount? So it is mentioned there, we have age 22. So the correct answer for number 9 is letter A. Number 10. It is a graphical or symbolic representation of a process. A. Concept map. B. Flow chart. C. Table. D. Venn diagram or Venn diagram. The correct answer for number 10 is letter B. Flow chart. Number 11. It is a visual display that demonstrates relationships between facts, concepts, or ideas. A. Concept maps. B. Flow chart. C. Graphic organizer. Or D. Venn diagram. The correct answer for number 11 is letter C. Graphic organizer. Number 12. It is used to identify the similarities and differences between two or more concepts. A. Concept maps. B. Flow chart. C. Graphic organizer. Or D. Venn diagram. Of course, the correct answer for number 12 is letter D. Venn diagram. For items 13 to 15, study the given bar graph and answer the following questions below. Write your answers again in your answer sheet. Number 13. By the way, this is our bar graph. Below we have China, India, USSR, USA, Japan, Indonesia. Okay, number 13. Tangub City is blank than Cagayan de Oro. A. As populous. B. Equally populous. C. More populous. D. Not as populous. The correct answer for number 13 is letter D. Not as populous. Number 14. China has blank population than any other country. A. High. B. Lower. C. The highest. Or D. The more. The correct answer for number 14 is letter C. The highest. Now let's move on to number 15. The last but not the least. Indonesia's population is blank than of Japan. A. As low as. B. Considerably lower than. C. Higher. D. Not lower than. Indonesia, Japan. The correct answer for number 15 is letter B. Considerably lower than Japan. Okay, that's all for your pre-test. Congratulations for finishing all the activities in this module. You are a good learner. Now, would you care to find out how much you have gained since you took the pre-test? After answering the post-test, don't forget to check your work against the key to answers page. If you're able to get a good score, then you may proceed with the next module. If some items are not clear to you, you spend time or some time to review the activities until you master the exercise. Again, this has been your teacher, Ma'am Shi Ives, saying adios.